Hi friends, and welcome back to Intention, where we focus on tarot readings and other esoteric topics. And today we have a pick a card reading where we're taking a look at your love life. So this is a message about your current love life energy, your connections with the people around you, and just an overall reading about love. If you're new to pick a card readings, let me take just a minute to explain how this style of reading works. Today's message will arrive in one of either four groups in front of you. Group 1 with Malachite, Group 2 with Amethyst, Group 3 with Desert Rose, or Group 4 with Smoky Quartz. You can take a moment, pause the video if you need to, but choose the group that you feel most intuitively drawn towards. Once you've selected a group, you can scroll down to the comment box to find your group's timestamp and then skip forward to that section of the reading. But before we do that, I'd just like to remind everyone that tarot is a tool to take a look at our past, where our current energy is, and where we might be headed in the future, but it is in no way fating you to anything you hear in the message today. Your destiny is always in your own control. And with that, let's jump right into the reading about your love life. Welcome Group 1, and thank you so much for joining us in today's Pick a Card reading. Before we begin any reading, I'd like to start by setting our intention. To do that, let's all close our eyes. Take a deep breath. Prepare yourself for a positive message, and then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and we'll begin the reading. All right, in your spread, we have the Moon, the Eight of Cups, the Star in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and then the Page of Swords also in reverse. So the Star right in the center of the reading in a reverse position like this is about a lack of faith or feelings of disconnection. So if you already have a love connection or relationship right now, you might feel a little disconnected from that person. If you don't have anyone in your life that's special like that right now, you may feel like that's not going to happen for you. This is about like an overwhelming feeling or looking for a sign that everything's going to be okay, because right now you feel like things aren't really working out to your advantage. But really, that's not the case. It may feel like that right now, but things are definitely going to turn around for you. The Star is a positive card, even reversed. So there is going to be some great things headed your way. You just may need to take time right now to focus on a little bit of self-care. So if this is resonating for you, maybe treat yourself, take yourself out to a nice dinner if you don't have anyone to sort of share time with right now. Make sure that you are your own priority. If you're feeling disconnected from the person you're with in your relationship, take time to do special things together. Plan a date night, go on somewhere, go on an adventure somewhere maybe you've never been before. Take time to make things that feel a little bit more exciting so you guys can grow your connection together again. The Moon in the past position here is about illusion, fears, and anxiety. So it really feels like for a while probably you have felt a little bit anxious about sort of whatever situation you're in. Know that everything, like I said, is going to work out in the end, but this is just feeling sort of anxious and like things might not be like they truly appear to be. So you might feel like you're going to be deceived. Maybe that's happened to you in the past, maybe in your love life with past relationships, or even with the person you're with now, you felt like they kept things from you or everything wasn't always as it appeared. But pay attention and listen to your own inner voice. That's something that hopefully you did in this particular situation to sort of figure out what was going on or figure out what might have been wrong or missing in that situation. But do it now to look within yourself to know you can sort of build that connection back with them, or things will end up working out in the end. All this sort of feeling of anxiety is really going to be temporary. Right now in the current position, the Eight of Cups is about some disappointment or withdrawing that you're doing within yourself. So I feel like if you are having sort of an anxious feeling right now, this whole thing actually, as we're going through these cards, really feels like you're a little bit anxious. You're feeling hesitant maybe about your current situation or about whether or not you're going to have that sort of love life come to you at all, which you will. There's somebody out there for everyone in all different sort of forms. So definitely sort of try to walk away from that disappointment or that feeling of sort of, I need to withdraw within myself, I can't be around people right now. Try to branch out. This also means something right now that if you're feeling like something isn't serving you any longer, which for me is like your disappointment or your anxiety, I feel like that's not serving you. So you need to take this time to walk away from that, to really let that go. You might have also invested in something that didn't turn out quite right. So this card also follows, to me, hand in hand with the Moon, in that something may have been disappointing in the past. We've all had something not go out or not go the way we'd actually planned it, but that doesn't mean everything in the future is going to turn out that way. So just try to acknowledge those feelings, make your peace with them, and then walk away from them so that you guys can open yourself up for something really exciting and new. The Queen of Wands reversed in the current energy is again about self-respect, about confidence, about loving on yourself. So for me, this is all referencing self-care. This is about you guys needing to step within yourself and take some time right now if you want to make your love life more successful, whether that's, like I said, with the person you are in a relationship with now, or if you want to get to a place where you are in a relationship with someone. It's about loving yourself before you can share that love with other people. So the Queen of Wands in reverse, it usually means that you guys are great at caring for other people, your friends, your other connections with people around you, but you're not so good at turning that love and attention on into yourself. So take this time to spend some alone time to connect with yourself more. If you're in a relationship already, sometimes taking that time for personal connection can make the relationships you have with people even stronger. And if you're not in a relationship, this is going to allow you to strengthen your own self-confidence so that you're able to project that want and need of a relationship in a healthy way back out into the world. You won't seem quite as needy because you're going to be fulfilled within yourself in what you have to offer and be satisfied on your own, be satisfied with your own self-worth. The Page of Swords reversed in the outcome position is about self-expression and sort of holding back from expressing your truth. So this is a reminder that as you do move into a relationship, or if you are rebuilding that connection with the person that is in your life, not to hold back or avoid expressing your feelings. That might have been, if you are in a relationship right now and it's resonating that that connection needs to be rebuilt in a stronger way, this is probably referencing that as you guys move forward, to make sure that you're not holding things back, that when there's something you need to discuss, that you're being upfront and open and you're saying, you know what, we need to talk through this thing to make it better in the end, and you're not sort of holding any of that communication back. Because if you're just turning within yourself, as far as that communication is concerned, they're never going to know how to approach the situation in a way where you guys can get to a healthy resolution. So this is also a card about planning carefully. So I want to make sure that as you do that communication, as you sort of build that relationship back, that you guys are planning things really carefully. If you aren't in a relationship and you're looking for love right now, the Page of Swords is just a reminder that when you do get that person and you find that person coming into your life, let them know what you expect. Let them know what you want out of a relationship, what you're looking for. Be really upfront about that in the beginning so that they know what they can do to make you the happiest, and encourage them to do the same. Have them share with you the things that they want and expect so that you guys can build a really strong partnership. All right, I'm going to shuffle for just a few more oracle cards. We're just going to see if we can get any more messages for you guys today about your love life, maybe a little self-care. Let's see what we've got. Let it flow, let it grow. That's great, because you guys need to let go and let it flow when it comes to your own self-care, your own sort of the boldness within yourself, if you will, like the thing that makes you special. You need time to let that grow. So this to me really references that looking within yourself. A lot of this reading for me has to do with turning inward and really evaluating how you can let go of any anxieties and make yourself the best version that you can be in order to deepen your current connection, your current relationship, or open yourself up for the possibility of better relationships. So definitely let it go, let it flow. It's all going to come to you in the right time, and you'll kind of grow that self-confidence within yourself. Ooh, and this one really wanted to pop out. So rest. And that's perfect too, because when you look within yourself, sometimes it really is that opportunity to rest that we're emphasizing. So we're taking that time to slow it down, to look within ourselves, trust our intuition, to know that anxiety or sort of fear of what happened in the past, we can let that go so that we can blossom into a better version of ourselves that's capable and ready to take on a new relationship or deepen the connection in the one you already have. The stone for your reading is malachite, and that's all about strength and confidence. So again, just one more emphasis that you guys have the power within yourself. You can rely on that inner strength in order to really build a new connection with somebody or deepen the connection with the relationship you've got right now. Summing up the overall theme for this reading, you guys, it's all about turning in and looking in within your own self to sort of let go of some anxieties and some worries that you guys have. So when it comes to your love life, I feel like right now there might be just a little bit of blockage from sort of what's happened to you in the past, that maybe you're holding on to that fear of things not working out the right way, maybe some sort of situation that didn't go as planned or some secrets somebody kept from you. But you need to let that all go. If that's your current relationship, if you want to move forward with that person, you're going to have to move past whatever the situation was you guys had together in order to strengthen your connection. You're going to have to really find some confidence and some power within yourself to know you're worth it and you're worthy so that you can let that go and you guys can move forward together. Just make sure you communicate really strongly with them what it is you want and need. Same thing or similarly, if you're looking for a relationship, don't rely on what's happened in the past to project that onto somebody new. That's never going to work. The new people in your life do not reflect the old people. So look within yourself, strengthen who you are, look for some opportunities to give yourself some self-care so that you're really prepared to move forward with whoever new arrives in your life. Just make sure you communicate to them what you want and need, and make sure you encourage them to do the same thing to you too. And that's all I see in the cards for you guys today. But if you enjoyed this reading, please send some positive vibes back our way by clicking that like button, leaving us a comment, and subscribing to our channel so you can join us for our future tarot card readings. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Welcome Group 2, and thank you so much for joining us in today's Pick a Card reading. Before we begin any reading, I like to start by setting our intention. To do that, let's all close our eyes, take a deep breath, prepare yourself for a positive message, and then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and we'll begin the reading. In your spread, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Swords, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Hanged Man, and then the Fool in reverse. So concerning your love life right now, right in the middle, this Two of Pentacles in reverse is about being overcommitted. So sometimes for me, this card is also about pretending everything is okay. So I feel like right now there might be something in your life concerning your love life, whether you have a connection with somebody right now and you're in a relationship or you don't have one yet. There's something about it that you're pretending is all right, but it's actually not. So if you don't have anyone in your life right now, there might be something about your situation that might be preventing you from getting into like a relationship, but right now for some reason you feel like it's not actually an obstacle. And so you're pretending you're ready for it when you're not actually really ready. Same thing if you're in a relationship. The Two of Pentacles reversed to me is really about struggling to maintain the status quo of the situation you're in, being a little bit stressed, but like not admitting that everything is not okay. So this is a card all about honesty. Now is the time to own up to whatever it is that you need to so that you can kind of deal with that and move forward. In your current relationship, if you're in one right now, that's probably dealing with something that's gone unsaid, something that you're sort of pushing to the back burner because you think, oh, I don't really have to discuss that. But if you're not careful with things like that, they can really bubble up and turn into something that's a lot bigger. Same thing if you're not in a relationship. So if you're single and you're looking for love, there might be something right now that's preventing you from actually making that commitment or moving on with someone, and you're not really owning that. So whether that's that you're not in, a stable situation career-wise, or maybe you're thinking about moving, but yet you want to get in a relationship. Like there's something that might be in the way that is a real obstacle, that there's not anything you can do about it. You just need to own right now that there needs to be that pause so that you're not unhappy about it. It just means like right now, the timing might not be exactly right. But that's something that you could get over really quickly. So it could also be something that you've put up in your own way. So it could be a thought or feeling, something emotionally within yourself that you're not prepared to deal with yet. But if you take the time to figure out what that is, what that blockage is, and you deal with it, then you'll be opened up and ready for a new relationship. The Nine of Pentacles reversed in the past position is about self-worth and again, sort of being overcommitted. So putting yourself too far into a situation either before you're ready or without having sort of examine the situation to the full degree. So it's a card that references we need to reflect on our sense of self-worth as well and sort of practice self-love to know that we are enough. So this is a card that often presents itself when there's been some sort of situation that causes us to second guess ourselves. Maybe because we invested too much time in a person and that relationship didn't work out. Maybe we invested too much time in somewhere we were headed with somebody and we decided we've gone too far too soon. So this is a time to really examine what's important to you and focus on that rather than any challenges that you're coming up against. And that's in the recent past position. So hopefully that's something you guys have already gone through, but it could be referencing something that is relevant to you guys right now as well. The Queen of Swords here is about being independent, setting up boundaries, and being like a little bit more direct. So I feel like there's some sort of communication issue that's really related to all of this where you need to really be open and honest and like upfront with somebody. I definitely feel like if you're in a relationship, it's related to this Two of Pentacles and that feeling of pretending everything's okay. So the Queen of Swords Swords really owns her independence. She's ready and willing and capable to communicate what she wants and needs. She's not going to hold back. So this is a card that reminds us that we can deepen our connections with people when we're super honest and open, when we get to the point and we tell it like it is. So it's not a card to be like disrespectful or cause a disagreement or an argument, but it's about clear and open communication. So if there's something that's holding you back with that person you're with right now, take this time to own it and like bring it out in the open and get it over with, get past it. If you are looking for a relationship with someone, this is about being super clear and communicating not just with them what you want and need, but also with yourself too. So be honest with yourself. If there's something holding you back here, be honest that you need to get past that before you're ready for a relationship. And be honest about what you want and need with yourself too. So before you can share what you're looking for in somebody with other people, you need to make sure you've evaluated within yourself what it is that you truly want and need. And that, I think, is really important and related to the Hangman here. So in the advice position, this is about stepping back and surrendering. So it's pausing to look for new perspective. If you're in a relationship with someone right now, after you communicate sort of the thing that's bubbling under the surface, you guys both might need to step back and say, okay, how do we move forward in a really productive way? Because something needs to change or adjust. And this is you guys taking the time to really step back and seeing things from the other person's perspective, allowing sort of yourself to, like, he's in this position because he put himself there. Like, no one put him up and tied him up. You know, he did that to himself so he could take a minute to sort of relax and look at the world the other way around. And that's what this card is really asking you guys to do. If you're in a current relationship, take a moment to pause and really look at the other person's point of view, because what's not okay that you're not owning, they probably have a feeling about it too. I think it's something that might be bubbling underneath for both of you. So if you're able to bring that out in the open, I think you guys should definitely take the time to step back and examine how the other person felt about it. If you're not in a relationship and this is resonating with you and you're single, what this probably means is you do need to step back and think about what it is that you want. So right now you're evaluating kind of what you want and need so you can communicate that clearly. The advice is just to continue to step back and look within yourself. You might not be ready yet to make those decisions or to know what it is you're looking for in somebody. So take the time to step back within yourself. The advice is definitely to look within here, but look from another perspective. So since you don't have someone to kind of volley off that with, look within yourself and think about what you thought you wanted. Things that didn't work out in the past or where you might have felt overinvested in somebody, think about what it was that you did that contributed to that situation and sort of flip it on its head. So think about ways you could have approached that situation differently. Look at it from a new perspective, and that's definitely going to help you when you're in a relationship with a new person, not repeat any bad habits or know the warning signs to look out for if like this sort of situation where we need to examine our self-worth and, you know, it didn't go quite well. If that was with the other person, if they did something that caused that, then this is going to allow you to look for red flags that are going to alert you to that before you're in that position again. And then the Fool reversed in the outcome position is about not taking too many risks and like really sensing that something is not right, not giving into that. So for me, this is just an emphasis not to go back and return to old habits, to make sure that you guys are moving forward in a really positive way. I feel like the Fool's often in its upright position, it's about like taking a new step. Like you guys have sort of come to a conclusion about what all this is and then move forward with complete abandon, knowing everything's going to be okay. I kind of like the Fool reversed here in this particular reading because it's moving, he's still moving forward, you're still going in a new direction, but it's like you're holding back to a degree for safety. So I think it's you guys, if you're in a relationship, this is you moving forward, but taking care to make sure you're doing it in a planful way, that you're respecting the other person, kind of what you guys had discussed, the thing that's under the surface you need to get out in the open, that you're keeping that in your thoughts as you move forward. You're not ignoring it, like dealing with it and then pretending everything's going to be okay in the future and you're just rushing out, you know, to the next step in your relationship. You're being careful, which you guys need to do because you definitely really care about each other and you want to deepen that connection. So this card to me just emphasizes you guys being super careful in moving forward in a way that's going to be best for both of you. If you're not in a relationship, you're single, this is all about sort of not taking too many risks or, you know, going into anything super reckless because you do have the ability to communicate what you want and need. So make sure you're doing that with the new person that comes into your life, that you're taking that time because you've reflected to really communicate and be careful about how you're moving forward. That's going to ensure that not only you get what you want, but that you set up your relationship in general for success. Now I'm going to shuffle for just a few oracle cards, see if we can get some additional information about your love life, or maybe about some tips and tricks, something that you guys need to watch out for. So don't take it all too seriously. I think that's a perfect emphasis to this, because whatever's bubbling underneath the surface, especially if this is like a relationship you're already in, I don't think it's nothing super duper serious. And that's the reason why a lot of times when it's small things, you want to deal with them as they come to you. Don't think it's a problem you guys can't overcome. It's something that you can't work through. If you really want to do it, you definitely can. So don't take it too seriously. Same thing if you're single. If this is resonating with you and you're single, don't take whatever it is that's holding you back right now from getting a relationship too seriously. And that may be yourself. Maybe you need to learn not to take yourself too seriously so that you can be a little more lighthearted and a little more open to opportunity and sort of love that might be coming your way. And then one more, we'll get reflect. Oh, that was right either way. So reflect. So for me, this card again is about looking within yourself. It's also about stepping back. So the Hangman here is just, like I said, a reminder to look back at a new perspective. If you're in a relationship with someone, this is about reflecting on their thoughts and opinions, making sure you validate how they feel, because it's not just one-sided. Whatever issues you guys have, you can work through them, but you're going to need to reflect on the other person's ideas as well. Amethyst was the stone for your reading, and that's all about cleansing and clarity. So this is about, again, you guys turning within yourself. I think the two of these really relate to the Hangman. It's about giving yourself the time to get some clarity within yourself, to know what it is you want, but also respect that other person's opinion as you look within, to make sure you're taking their opinion into account. Same thing if you're single and you're looking for love, make sure that when you're taking a step back to reflect on what you want, you take the time to get clear about it. Sometimes it's not always the first thing we think of that's the right answer. Sometimes it takes a little bit more searching within ourselves to really weigh those pros and cons. Summing up the overall feeling for the reading for you guys today, concerning your love life, I feel there's something boiling underneath the surface. It's not a big deal. You don't need to take it too seriously. But if you're in a connection or a relationship with somebody right now, whether that's kind of the beginning stages or it's been a long time, I think there's something you need to hash out with them. I think it can move forward or move you guys forward in a really positive way, but you're going to need to deal with it first. So make sure that you take the time to really think about your own self-worth, how you've invested yourself in the relationship, and then communicate with them clearly what it is you want and need. You're going to need to take time, reflect, and think about their opinion as well, because there's two sides to every sort of situation. But when you guys move forward, you can do it really carefully, taking into account the other person's thoughts and feelings. Same thing if you're single. For you, this reading is all about making sure that you're ready for a new relationship by thinking about what blockages might be in your way that you can get sort of out of the way to open yourself up for opportunities for love that are coming towards you. And that's all I see in the reading for you guys today. But if you enjoyed this reading, please send some positive vibes back our way by clicking that like button, leaving us a comment, and subscribing to our channel so you can join us for our future Pick a Card readings. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Welcome Group 3, and thank you so much for joining us in today's Pick a Card reading. Before we begin any reading, I'd like to start by setting our intention. To do that, let's all close our eyes, take a deep breath, prepare yourself for a positive message, and then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and we'll begin the reading. All right, Group 3, in your spread, we have the Tower, the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, Temperance in reverse, and then the Three of Pentacles. So concerning your love life, right in the middle, the Five of Cups is about regret or sort of feelings of disappointment. So something in your past might not have turned out quite the way you wanted it to. If you're single, I think it's in your past. If you're in a relationship right now, it might be that something right now in your current situation isn't sort of working out the way you had expected. So anytime something like this happens, it's really important to focus on what went wrong, own that or accept that, and then move past it. So this is a card about not being stuck in the past, but sort of letting go. So you can see here, he's really focused on, what's gone wrong, the wine that's been spilt, but there are new opportunities, new cups full of wine behind him. And so this is just a reminder that if something is going on that's not quite how you expected it to be, or you're feeling disappointed about it, don't just focus on that, because you might miss new opportunities or new things that are headed your way. So don't let negative emotions you have hold you back. back, forgiveness is definitely the key. So if you're in a current relationship, something's gone sort of wrong, make sure you take stock of it, you accept it, that it was a thing that had happened, and then you look for opportunities for forgiveness, and then you move forward. Same thing if you're single. If you're looking for love or a new relationship, you need to let go of anything that may have happened negatively in your past so that you can move forward and be ready for new love headed to you. The Tower in the past position means that there probably was some sort of sudden change, revelation, something that happened really suddenly in your love life or concerning your love life. So if you're in a relationship now, maybe something happened that you guys didn't expect. Maybe there was a change. It doesn't have to be between the two of you. It could have been like a life change. Maybe someone was out of work, or you guys decided you had to move, or something sort of happened that upended the way that you thought things were going to be. And now you're having to move forward in this current situation with that knowledge that, okay, like everything has kind of changed. So we need to adapt and be ready for that. And that could be what you're disappointed about. But don't really hold any negative feelings. If you guys can just deal with it and get ready to move forward, then you can rebuild whatever has sort of changed into somewhere that you guys are excited to be headed towards. Same thing if you're single. This is probably referencing some sort of sudden change, chaos within your relationships that you've had in the past. So make sure you've let those things go. You can rebuild or get new growth from new perspectives you gain when something goes wrong. So make sure you take the time to evaluate what went wrong, if there was any kind of ownership you have over that, but even further to just realize there's something you can probably learn from whatever happened in that situation. So learn it and then try to get it out of your way so that you're not focused on it and you're not focused on disappointment, but you're focused on whatever's headed towards you. The Ace of Pentacles in this current position is about sort of abundance and opportunity headed your way. So if you are single, I think this might be really exciting because this could mean that if you're open to options and you're keeping your worldview kind of wide, then you can see opportunities for love as they head towards you. Maybe ways and opportunities to grow yourself too. It's a card about attracting what it is that we want in life. So if you want that sort of love relationship headed towards you, make sure you're giving a lot of love and kindness to your family and friends, the people around you, so that you can attract that back within your life yourself. If you're in a current relationship, this is a great time now to show those people in your life how much you truly appreciate them, especially if there's something that has happened that sort of kind of changed your relationship itself, or it's changed the situation that the two of you are in. Now's an important time to thank them for who they are and what they've done for you, the opportunities that you guys have given together, or the resilience they showed you when you guys had to sort of make a pivot and change your life or your direction or sort of how your relationship was headed. So make sure to express your gratitude right now. Now's a good time to do that, and it's going to help you, again, focus more towards the opportunities that are headed towards you guys, ways to grow together instead of things that might have happened negatively in the past. Temperance reversed in the advice position is about taking some time for self-healing. So right now, if you are feeling a little disappointed, if you're in a relationship or if you're single, now is a great time to look within yourself for a little bit of healing. So stop anything you're doing in excess, whether that's like partying a lot or like just focusing on your own selfish needs. Instead of doing that, it's more about stopping that to focus on what it's going to take to fulfill you personally inside, like from a spiritual or a mental capacity. So this is a way to sort of focus on long-term success by taking the short-term initiative right now to grow or develop things within yourself. So this is all about self-healing, realigning your goals. If something happened to change the position that you're in and you're feeling disappointed, this is a great reminder that you can get past it if you really take the time to look within yourself, focus on what's truly important, focus on strengthening your relationship if you guys are in one, or focus on strengthening yourself so that you're ready for a new relationship. Three of Pentacles in the outcome position is about teamwork and collaboration. So this is a great card to end off this love reading with, because this is about you guys building a stronger connection. If you're in a relationship and there's been some rocky sort of situations, as long as you express your gratitude for them and you make sure you take time to develop yourself too, this is you guys coming out the other side with a really strong collaborative teamwork about partnership. This is all about deepening that sort of sense of self and moving towards them in a really powerful way. So you guys are like, if you take the time to really work on yourselves, you can come together super, super strong, and you'll be ready for any challenges that are headed towards you. If you aren't in a relationship, this is about you finding that person who you can truly connect with, somebody who you can feel like it's not just like teamwork, or it's like a real collaboration, like a true partnership, someone who's a great complement to you, who knows they excel at things that maybe are a little bit more difficult for you, and vice versa. And it's about encouraging each other and really moving forward in a super positive way. So I think they're probably also helping you know that you've got what it takes. You don't need to focus on anything negative that happened in the past, because the connection you have with this new person is really super strong. Now I'm going to shuffle for just a few oracle cards, see if we can get some additional information about your love life. Maybe about ways to let go, just some advice for you. So the first card we've got is gratitude. That's perfect. And I'm putting it right above the Ace of Pentacles, because for me, it's really about you guys being super thankful and grateful for this person in your life. So I think that's going to be a key to you guys moving forward. If you're in a relationship and this is resonating with you, expressing that gratitude for them for what you guys have been through is going to be super, super important. If you're not in a relationship, it's about when you sort of have the opportunity for abundance and you're thinking and focusing on the things you want to come into your life. Focus on gratitude too. Focus on being grateful so that the people around you can see that. And that's a really attractive quality. When you're grateful for things and you feel full and satisfied, that's going to make other people kind of attract themselves to you, because you do have that grateful sort of sense about you. And then clarity of mind, which is going to be perfect above temperance. So again, these two are really great together. It's about really stepping back, taking that time within yourself, taking a pause, thinking about ways you can self-heal, because finding that clarity of mind within yourself is either going to prepare you for a strong relationship with somebody new or strengthen the relationship that you're already in. Desert Rose here in the center is all about clarity, courage, and insight. So again, this to me really references both of these oracle cards, actually. It's being super clear about what it is that you want, finding that clarity within yourself, and then also with the insight portion, being grateful often takes a little bit of insight. It takes looking within yourself. If you are single and this is the reading that's resonating, then I feel like it's going to be you being grateful for the opportunities that are headed your way, being grateful for the position that you're in. And like I said before, if it's a connection you're already in with someone, if you're in a relationship, this is about you showing them that gratefulness, looking within yourself to find ways, insight within yourself to know what it is that you need to be grateful for about them or about your connection, expressing that to them specifically. So to sum up the overall feeling about this reading for you guys, it's really about deepening your connections with love or your opportunity for love if you're single by letting go of anything that's happened in the past that's been negative, moving forward and moving past that to make a stronger connection either with somebody new or with the person you're in a relationship with right now. Make sure as you go through it to express gratitude, project sort of the need for abundance, manifest that if you want that to come into your life. And remember that you can take time to look within yourself to help you move past negativity, to help kind of get that blockage out of your way, because you're headed either way to strengthen the partnership you're in right now or to a partnership that can be super strong as long as you've taken the time to kind of get past any negativity in your life. That's all I have for you guys today, but if you enjoyed this reading, please send some positive vibes back our way by clicking that like button, leaving us a comment, and subscribing to our channel so that you can join us for our future Pick a Card readings. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Welcome Group 4, and thank you so much for joining us in today's Pick a Card reading. Before we begin any reading, I'd like to start by setting our intention. To do that, let's all close our eyes, take a deep breath, prepare yourself for a positive message, and then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and we'll begin the reading. In your spread, we have the Four of Swords in reverse, the Three of Wands in reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Six of Swords in reverse, and then the Hermit. So right off the bat, just a ton of cards in reverse like this really reference a delay, a pause, something that's standing in your way. So if you guys aren't in a relationship right now, there might be some sort of blockage or something kind of in the way of you getting in one. It seems like there's been a pause for a while. It's not to say it's permanent or it's going to go on much longer, but there has been kind of a delay across the board. If you are in a relationship or have a current love connection, for me, it's really resonating. There's something kind of boiling under the surface, something that you want to happen, maybe a change, a new step, but for one reason or another, it hasn't been able to come to fruition yet. So there's been some sort of general pause. The King of Pentacles in the center of the reading reversed like this is about an obsession. So an over-intense focus on something. For me, if you're single, that's probably the focus on getting in a relationship, which might actually be getting in your way, because sometimes when we focus on something super intently, people don't ever live up to the expectations of what we're looking for. So don't get too bogged down with things and the details of kind of what you think you want or need, or the expectations that you have. Really take a second to sort of step back, breathe a little bit, try not to be so hyper focused on it, and let things just naturally come to you. If you guys are in a relationship right now, this could mean that there's something that you want to happen, something that you're obsessed with sort of getting to do or getting to the next step with that person, but for some reason maybe they're not on the same page as you right now, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, just means people move at different paces, different positions, and so give them chance, give them time to be able to kind of catch up with where you want to go, because it feels like you're really, really focused on whatever that thing is that you want to happen, and it's just going to get worse. It's like that watch pot never boils kind of adage. If you focus on that and that's all you're looking at, then you're never going to recognize the nice, great things that happen along the way. You're just super focused on what it is you want, and you're kind of ignoring all the good things that are going to lead up to you guys getting there. The Four of Swords in the past position reversed is about being exhausted, feeling burnt out, feeling stagnant, and I think it's because, honestly, there has been a pause, so you guys are you're losing your patience a little bit, but you're really hyper-focused on something, so you have got to relax. You've got to let that go, because sometimes being super focused like that can cause resentment. If you guys are in a relationship and you're expecting something out of your partner they're not giving you yet, maybe it's taking the next step, moving in together, getting engaged, some sort of next level of your relationship, don't resent them if they're not there yet with you. Don't feel disappointed. Just sort of retreat within yourself for some calm. Give them time to catch up to where you are. If you're single, it's probably related to you being so exhausted of looking for somebody, and it probably is because you've got this obsession. Sometimes it's people say it a lot, but it's really true. Sometimes if we just let go and relax and we're not looking for something, that's when something truly steps into our lives. The Three of Wands reversed in the current position is about having a lack of foresight or planning. So it's that opportunities are available, maybe even that opportunity for whatever it is that you're looking for in your relationship or relationship in general. Whatever you're headed towards, this is about not having the planning or the foresight to get there. So you guys may be so hyper-focused on the end result, you're neglecting to plan for the things that you want and need along the way. So if that's you moving to the next step with your partner and you're neglecting to plan for that or share that with them or sort of set yourself up and your relationship up for that next step, then it's not going to happen. So this is about you making sure you're being planful about getting you guys to where you want to go. If you're single, it's also about being sort of planful in what you need to get ready for that relationship. So for me, I think in this reading in general, it's about relaxing. I think you guys need to plan that relaxation in because you've been so focused about wanting and needing this relationship. It's making you feel burnt out about it. You need a plan to let go of it. So if you need to slowly step back from those situations that are making you feel that pressure to get into a relationship, I think that could be really healthy for you guys so that you're able to sort of view things from a new perspective. The Six of Swords in the advice position is about going through a personal transition and not resisting change. So I think what you want is going to happen if you're in a love connection and a relationship and you're looking for that next step or that thing to happen. It's going to come. But this is realizing that you need to step back and not resist the changes that need to occur in order for that to happen. If you want to get to the next step, sometimes things have to burn down or change or be rebuilt in a different way from where you are in your current position. So just be open to that. Don't resist that change when the time comes. Same thing for if you're single and you're sort of focused on getting in that relationship and that's getting in your own way. Don't let any personal transitions that you need to go through stop you from being able to move forward by resisting them. Change if you need to. Look at yourself and kind of get yourself ready to be open and ready to accept a new relationship. Focus on the benefits of going through that transformation rather than the challenges of actually doing the transforming. So it's always kind of tough to examine ourselves and think about what we need to do a little bit better. But if you take the time to examine that and you really commit to doing the work, then you'll be ready for the new relationship when it comes to you. The Hermit here in the outcome position is all about doing some soul searching. So in the end, I think this is not only going to strengthen your relationship, but it's also going to make you stronger because you're going to be able to look within and trust that you've got the answers within yourself. I think letting go of this obsession that you guys have and sort of just going with the flow of things and not trying to get too burnt out, you're going to learn a lot from that, especially if you go through that personal transformation or you sort of lean into the change and you allow it to happen. I think you're going to come out on the other side really having a deeper understanding for who you are within yourself and knowing that sometimes you do need to retreat within yourself and not be so focused or obsessed with what's going on with your love connection or the people around you, but more taking ownership of what you have to do with the situation and the things that you can truly affect on your own. Now I'm going to shuffle for just a few oracle cards, see if we can get some additional information for you guys about your love connection currently, maybe some love that's headed towards you. So we'll just cut here. The first one we've got is make the best of it. Well, that couldn't be more perfect with this because you guys, if you are in a relationship, and you want to get to that next step, you need to, this is what I was saying about not ignoring what's going on right now. You need to make the best of your current situation, enjoy your relationship and the ride that you're on in its current state, and don't focus too much about the future. If you're single, learn to be single, learn to feel at peace with that, and make the best of where you are right now so that you're an even better partner when that person comes along for you. And then the last card we're going to have is going to be, I have support. That's great, because I think if you're in a relationship with someone, they are going to support you. They're going to support you in getting to that next step if you guys are truly meant to be. But you need to know that you have to get there together. You can't get there just on your own. You're going to end up having a lot of soul searching that you're able to do because of the strength you found of sort of settling yourself and looking within instead of focusing so much on what you need or feel like you want them to do, that you're going to realize by strengthening your own relationship with yourself and allowing them the time to catch up with you, you're going to be in a much more supportive position. Same thing if you're not in a relationship and you're single. Look for the support of the people around you. Look for connections you have that aren't love connections. Strengthen your friendships. Now could be a great time to work on those relationships if you don't have a romantic one to focus on. Smoky quartz here in the center of your reading. This is all about focusing away negative energies so like it absorbs those and gets them out of your space. And so I think that's a really great thing to think about with this sort of theme of you being too focused on what you want as far as what other people can get to give you that thing, if that makes sense. So this is about you guys taking that negative energy, that feeling of obsession, that sort of, oh my gosh, why am I so exhausted about this process? Like it's taking too long to find somebody, it's taking too long for us to get to this next step. Take that negative energy, bottle it up, and get rid of it. And so smoky quartz is a great sort of stone to remind us that sometimes it's important to do that. So to sum up the overall theme of the reading for you guys today, it's really about getting out of your own way. So there's some things that you want, either a new relationship with someone or to get to the next step maybe in your current relationship. But sometimes you need to sort of step back from any obsession you have with that and really enjoy the ride. It's going to keep you from getting exhausted and burn out like you probably have been feeling. And it's going to help you plan for that future, that next step you want to take in a really meaningful way because you're not so obsessed with the outcome that you're avoiding or missing the great things that are happening all along the way. That's probably going to lead to a great personal transformation as well, because you're going to get stronger within yourself and be able to really rely on your own intuition, making the best of your current situation and really relying on not only the support from your partner or who you're looking for, but the support you can find within yourself. And that's all I see in the cards for you guys today, but if you enjoyed this reading, please send some positive vibes back our way by clicking that like button, leaving us a comment, and subscribing to our channel so you can join us for these future pick a card readings. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.